Yes, Social Security, Retirement, Disability, SSDI, Survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, Low Income, and No Income. This video is dedicated to you. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome and thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video as I'm back each and every day in videos just like this one to help you out in any way that I can, as well as to answer all of your questions and make sure that you're getting as much money and resources as well as benefits that you could take advantage of during this time. So thanks again, I truly appreciate it. Also, please feel free to share this video with your friends, family, and social media, as this is a big topic that we're going to cover right here in this video. All right, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Let's get into it and talk about Social Security, Retirement, Disability, SSDI, Survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, Low Income, and No Income. As I mentioned, this is a big topic here, and I hope that I can lay it out in such a way in this video that answers all of the questions that I continue to receive. All right, let's talk through this. So many of the questions come in, and of course, they're written in a variety of different ways, but essentially they're asking many of the same questions that we want to lay out right here because this is a very big topic and it does impact the vast majority of you that watch my videos. I do know that the most of you watching my videos probably receive some of the benefits that I've been laying out earlier in this video. Social Security, you know the whole list, right? Yes, I do know that the vast majority of you probably receive some of those benefits, right? So I want to make this very clear because I continue to get these questions, and you know what? I just thought I need to make a dedicated video, lay it all out for you, and hopefully this helps many of you who are asking. So let's get into this. The questions range from, is there going to be a fourth stimulus check? Will there be universal basic income? Will there be guaranteed basic income? Are we going to be getting a monthly stimulus checks? If we get a fourth stimulus check, how much is it going to be? If we get a fourth stimulus check or monthly recurring payments, will Social Security be included? If we get additional payments, will SSDI, SSI, VA, RRB, low income, no income be included to receive it? So, like I said, these questions are asked in a variety of different ways, but essentially it all comes down to pretty much what I just laid out right there. So, let's hammer down here for just a second and let's run through these and answer it all in one big swoop and answer all of these questions for you essentially in one big answer, okay? So hopefully the pressure's on, right? The spotlights are on. I'm nervous, right? I'm sweating a little bit. I'm a little bit scared, but either way, don't worry. I'll answer it for you, and we've got all the answers right here. So don't worry. I've got it for you. Let's get into it right here. All right, so here's the answer across the board for pretty much everybody who's asking these questions and pretty much everybody in this community. If/when there is a fourth stimulus check, whether it's $600, $1,200, $1,400, $2,000, it does not matter the amount. If/when there is a fourth stimulus check. If also there happens to be monthly payments. If there happens to be other programs like universal basic income, guaranteed basic income, adult tax credit, all of these things, essentially they all come down to more payments for low income and fixed income beneficiaries. Will you be included? The simple answer is a big Y-E-S. Yes, you will be included to receive all these, okay? So, I hope that kind of lays it out for you. But yes, across the board. And the reason I say this is because when it comes to a fourth stimulus check, think of the last 3 stimulus checks that we received. Were all of these beneficiaries and everybody who's low income or no income included to receive it? Yes, you were. In fact, you were eligible to receive all of them. Now, of course, there's always an exception to the rule. And of course, in these situations, of course, there's always going to be an exception to the rule because there always is. But for the vast majority of people out there, the simple answer is yes, you would be eligible to receive all of this that we've laid out here. Now, of course, are all of these approved? Well, no. Of course, in some certain situations, universal basic income or guaranteed basic income is already approved in some locations around the country. In fact, about 60 locations around the country, it's already approved. But if it's approved on a nationwide level, then of course, you'd most likely be included unless there's some weird stipulation within there that says, these groups are excluded for blank reasons or whatever, right? But for the vast majority of people, yeah, of course, you would be included for all of these programs. Now, again, you might be wondering, what are some of the exceptions to the rule, and do I need to be scared or worried about them where I may not be included? Well, let's think back to the first 3 stimulus checks, the last 3 stimulus checks that we received. Who were some of the groups of people that were not actually included? Well, if you were an adult dependent, remember that whole issue for the last couple stimulus checks? If you were an adult dependent, unfortunately, you didn't get the stimulus checks, right? In some instances, for those of you who owe back child support, one check you didn't get, the other checks you got, right? So it changes every single time. Other people, if you have a TIN, taxpayer identification number versus a social security number, in some instances, you did not get the check. In other instances, you got the check, right? So like I'm saying, in most cases, the vast majority of people will get the payments. However, in some instances, of course, just like with everything, there's always some exceptions to the rule where some people may be excluded. But the vast majority of people, like a lot, like 90, 95, 98%, whatever, something like that, of people would be getting the payments, right? So this continues to be a very popular question. And don't get me wrong, I get it. There's so many people down below that I see your comments. You say, hey, SSDI here, we get messed out on everything. Are we going to get this one? Or SSI here, I get $794 a month, and it seems like they miss us on everything else. Are we finally going to get this payment? Or Social Security retirement here, are we going to get these payments? I know that we get missed out on everything. It seems that they forget about us on everything else. Are we finally going to get the next payments? So I wanted to come back and just kind of lay it all out here. But also, we do need to reiterate, as always, as of now, a 4th stimulus check has not been approved, right? So we need to wait for a final approval on all of this before we can say, yes, for sure, you will be getting another payment, right? We can't say that yet because we don't have a final approval. In fact, Congress, it's kind of a mess over there, right? So we do know that Congress has a ton going on right now, and I can only imagine that their minds are all over the place right now, trying to kind of just put out all the little fires all over the place, right? So hopefully that they can get things done one at a time and finally recognize that additional relief and stimulus is needed, especially permanent raises to benefits like Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB. All of these beneficiaries do need permanent raises as well. As we've also talked about before, the president has made it very clear that he said no older adults or people with disabilities should ever need to live in poverty in America. Well, sorry, newsflash, but there are millions of people who are in these categories that are still currently living in poverty. So, not really sure what their plan is, but they should probably figure out a plan and probably start acting on that plan as soon as possible, because a lot of these people are still living in poverty, and according to what the president has said, he doesn't want these people to live in poverty anymore. And I think a lot of us can probably agree that it's not a good way to live, right? So, hopefully they can actually do something very soon. But either way, I wanted to lay it all out here for you in this video and just kind of a big blanket statement say, yeah, pretty much, you're included with all of these programs unless there are some weird provisions in there, some small typing at the bottom. You know how that always goes, right? They always say, watch for the small print, right? You always got to read the fine print at the bottom, right? So unless there's something like that written in that says, these groups are excluded because they already get benefits, highly doubt that's going to happen, but you always got to watch for that fine print at the bottom just in case for some reason it says something like that. But I wanted to lay it all out here and just give you a big blanket statement and essentially include everybody and all the different questions that I've been receiving on all this. But I get it. Please, don't get me wrong. I know what it's like, right? We've seen this happen so many times over the years where it's like, oh great, another program has been announced, and once again, they missed out on all of these beneficiaries, right? So I get where your hesitancy comes in and where a little bit of reluctance comes in, being like, yeah, they missed out on us again. No surprise here. We're not shocked one bit that they missed us. So I totally get it. So don't get me wrong. I'm not here to be like, oh, you shouldn't ask the questions. I totally get it. Ask all the questions you want. That's why I'm here, is to answer them for you and to help out in any way that I can, right? So again, subscribe down below. It's totally free, and I'll continue to be here for you every single day with all the latest updates and to help out in any way that I can, as I am, like I've said before, your daily advocate, and I'm here to be kind of like right by your side through this time. I get it. It's tough. It's confusing. It's hard to figure out what's going on. It's hard to keep everything straight. There's so many proposals and different plans and ideas. Literally, on a daily basis, we're seeing all of these different ideas and plans and proposals being introduced, right? So it's hard to keep everything straight. I get it. Don't worry. So that's why I'm here for you. So subscribe down below. It's totally free. Share this video with your friends, family, social media. And again, stay tuned for all of my updates coming up as I watch everything closely. And I come back each and every day in these short videos to lay it all out and to answer your most important questions, as well as keep you updated with everything going on. So thanks again. Enjoy your day. Stay safe out there. And I'll be back for you again later with another video and the latest update.